Say his name, you coward! Say his name! It's not about him! You hate yourself. He's eating you up because you ain't done a goddamn thing about it.
God damn it.
Welcome back, everybody. It's P. Thanks for joining. This is going to be my Daredevil episode 4 breakdown. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing videos for all the Daredevil episodes. I'm at almost 25,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. We'll start doing ticket giveaways soon, so make sure your alerts are enabled so you can get your hands on some Fantastic Four tickets in July. There's so much to unpack in tonight's episode. I know last week everyone was like, oh my gosh, how could the Punisher kill White Tiger? R.I.P. Camar de los Reyes, who passed away in real life. But don't worry, it wasn't actually the Punisher. It was one of the cops we saw in episode 3 taking the law into their own hands wearing the Punisher symbol. This week's episode opens with the coroner processing White Tiger's belongings, specifically showing the necklace being packed into an evidence bag. It's clearly hinting at where the necklace will end up and setting up someone to steal it so the next White Tiger can take the mantle. And right after that, the episode cuts straight to Angela Del Toro, Hector's niece. The amulet saga of the White Tiger continues with Angela Del Toro, Hector's niece, inheriting the amulet after Hector's death in Daredevil number 58. We then catch up with Daniel Blake, who's out partying with BB Ulrich. That's when he starts spilling a little too much, telling BB all about Fist's plans to reduce garbage output.
No, seriously, like this afternoon we're supposed to meet with the Clean Green Haulers. It's this new tech company with this dope recycling idea.
I'm not exactly sure what they're doing with his character yet, but he's giving me major Wesley vibes.
Do you really think I would put a loaded gun on the table where you could reach it?
Moving on, as they step outside, we get an Easter egg on the wall, a mural of White Tiger. A beautifully detailed graffiti piece that stands out as more than background art. It's another sign that the mantle is about to be passed. I'm also a very huge fan of what they're doing with Muse this season. Then we pan out to Leroy Bradford getting arrested for stealing Fiddle Faddle. As Leroy gets arrested, the cops don't just take him in, they casually take some of the stolen evidence for themselves.
Are these boxes evidence? Nah, them other boxes was evidence. I paid for this shit.
Hey, seriously, nothing for fatty.
Tell me about Adam.
Finally, someone is asking about Adam.
Why him?
It was his hands.
We'll come back to this at the end of the video.
His hands drew beautiful sketches. I mean, just...
We not.
And where's Adam now?
I don't know.
Oh, but Wilson does know where he is. Then we cut back to Leroy, who, let's be real, makes it incredibly easy not to like him. He flat out denies all the charges.
I said I didn't do that shit.
And when that doesn't work,
Could it have been a scroll?
and we all know Skrulls have already shown up in the MCU.
Impersonating a judge is illegal. Get down from there.
You can definitely tell which parts were originally written as a lawyer-driven story and which scenes were added in later. But honestly, this is still one of my favorite episodes so far.
Let me see what I can do.
See? See, that's funny. Because you can't see shit.
Later, we see BB leak the information Daniel gave her at the bar, but instead of hiding it, he completely owns up to it and apologizes. Surprisingly, Fisk forgives him, not because he's letting it slide, but because he sees something in him. This is where my Wesley theory comes in. Matt uses his enhanced hearing to track down a bullet lodged in a sewer drain, but when he finally finds it, there's a Punisher logo engraved on it.
One batch, two batch. Penny and dime, you know.
One thing I have to mention, I absolutely love that this is how we get our first introduction to the Punisher in the MCU.
I know you're in.
Leroy makes it clear that the system isn't working.
They're willing to spend 5 times more to lock me up than they're willing to spend to feed me.
While the Punisher really drives the point home.
He pranced around the city in a Halloween costume, beating the snot out of bad guys.
I freaking love the chemistry between Charlie Cox and John Bernthal.
Say his name, you coward! Say his name!
As we reach the end of the episode, we see Fisk walking past his rabbit in a snowstorm painting. And if you remember from the Netflix series, we already know how the blood got on that painting. Another big detail, back in episode 3, we saw Kingpin's bruised fists. And now he's straight up lying to Vanessa about what happened to Adam because he's still trying to maintain the illusion of being a law-abiding citizen. Little does he know, Vanessa likes a man who isn't afraid to use his hands.
It was his hand.
She made that very clear to him back in the Netflix days.
When I first met you, I was fascinated by your strength. Your brutality is so clear to me. And as I did, I fell in love with you.
Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you follow for more.